It was time for another day of class, and of course, I was 15 minutes late. More like 30. Girl, this is a 6-hour class, and she be spending the first hour on like a slideshow. Like, she be doing a slideshow. I'm like, girl, I'm going to McDonald's. I'm getting me a coffee and a little breakfast sandwich. It's not only me who's late, it's all of the other older students too.
Hello. Hey, how are you doing?
This is this old lady who was in my class last semester. I like her, she's cool. She has this accent and I can never remember where it's from. She's told me before like 3 times. And I swear I was intending on hearing where she was from, but I was zoned out every single time. So I have no clue where she's from. But she has this accent and she used to be an architecturist. An architect.
What? Oh, no.
Oh,
No, I was saying,
I'm
how
good.
are
How are you
doing?
Oh, I am from one of those Slavic countries, like a Russian, Bekistan, like one of those, like, type vibes. I'm one of those type things. Bitch, period. Hey. After I put all my stuff down, we have to go into the other painting classroom to grab some easels, I think they are. Or I don't fucking know what they're called. I'll show you in a second. Like a board, like a standing, I don't know. Oh my god, this is the perfect board for me to use to draw on. Alright, so last semester I was like a sitter type vibe, so we would sit on these horse things and set our boards on them and draw. This semester I care a little bit more about my back. So I'm not using that anymore. I'm gonna stand and then I'll use a stool. And so we had to go into the other classroom to get these stand things. And it's so much better like this, and now I can't draw flat. I have to literally put my board on the ground. I'm literally working on a homework assignment right now. But I put my board like against the wall and then I just like paint while it's upright. I can't do it flat anymore. My ideal position when I'm standing in class is to be right in front of the model. I like a front on angle. Sometimes that's not possible because I'm late every single time. So then the space gets taken up. And then also the model moves around anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but like I prefer just a straight on thing. Okay, it was time to start warming up. This time the model was a guy. We started with 1-minute poses. This one was very just scribbly. I'm kind of in between pencils right now. I'm trying out new brands. So usually the first couple for me are always just kind of scribbly, trying to get used to the pencil as an extension of myself. I did the swirly technique, if you guys remember from the last time I talked about school. In a video, I was telling you guys about the swirly technique and how it's really good for getting your hand-eye coordination used to shape, used to the roundness, the cylindrical nature of the human body. I guess warm-ups weren't that long this day. It was a long pose day, which meant we were gonna spend like probably a total of 4 hours on one pose with the model. I practiced some muscle sketches because the previous class was the first time we had ever done the muscle, and we did it with pastel chalk thing. The actual assignment for this day was to draw the actual model with pastels. We could also use charcoal too. I've noticed in the classes with models, people don't do this, but I always draw a practice drawing of the model's long 4-hour pose before I go into the final thing, because a lot of this is muscle memory. So drawing something once will make it easier for you to draw it again, because it's the exact same thing you just drew with the muscles in your hand. And also, this is a graded assignment, not Cammy's Dark World or something that I'm doing for my own creative pursuits. Like, this is something that's going to be reviewed, so I want to do it the best that I can. So here we have my completed assignment. This is my first ever drawing with the pastels, ever. Unless you want to consider these two my drawings with the pastels, then sure. Like, these two are my first and this is my third. But ultimately, this is my first actual drawing with the pastels. The thing that I dislike about this class is that it's figure drawing 1 and figure drawing 2 combined, but there's more figure drawing 1 students than the 2 students, which is me. So she spends a lot more time lecturing the figure drawing 1 1 students, and so we barely got any type of demo on how to do the pastels, so we just had to learn it ourselves. Like on the side, she was like, okay, gather around, figure drawing 2 students, I'm gonna give you guys a demo. All right, so you can draw like this, and then if you want to do a cool little effect in the middle, you can take a different color, and you can do that. Good luck. And that was literally the only demo she gave us on how to use the pastels, but I guess it was fine. I mean, it's literally just like using charcoal, except it has colors, and I think mine turned out really good. It was actually pretty easy because due to the fact that we have to use the entire page for our assignments in class, I had a really big surface area to do a lot of blending and mixing, and it was really interesting playing around with the colors. I did that farmer's tan reddish stuff first that you see, and then I did a whole bunch of other colors too. I mean, it was a bunch of undertones. It was really an exercise on identifying undertones, and then I went over that with this like flesh tone, and I used a lot of yellow and like this olive green and orange to kind of make that, and then you can use your fingers too. It was pretty cool. We also had to go outside after each color layer and spray fixative, and it makes the colors a little bit more permanent. It just makes it stick onto the thing, so that when I go over the farmer's tan stuff with that flesh color, it's not smearing the red color all over the place. I hate that it's called fixative. Like, why isn't it just fixative? But like, that's, I guess, neither here nor there. I took some creative liberties with the shadows. You can see I did some like green checker plaid things in it. I don't know, I was just doing shit, to be honest. It was our first time doing this. I just wanted to play around. But if you see under those green colored checkered things, I really did nail a shadowy shade, and I don't even remember how I did that. I didn't use gray or black or anything. We actually weren't allowed to use any I did use charcoal to outline where the shadows were, and I did that just in case like the shadows didn't turn out how I wanted them to, and they did turn out how I wanted them to. My friend was telling me that it probably would look more realistic had I not done those black outlines, which I agree with, but ultimately I don't really care. I got a B on this assignment, and I think it's gonna look really cute when I hang it up on the wall, so whatever. This was only the first pastel assignment that we had. You know, we still have a whole video ahead of us of things that I want to update you guys on, and then more art stuff. But what I started to realize during this first assignment was how much I miss charcoal. I miss charcoal. It's my thing. Like, my thing is more black and white stuff. I like charcoal. I like darkness. I don't like the colors and stuff. I like colors personally as like an accent. I don't really care to like try to do all the like skin stuff. I've been working on some Cammy's Dark World stuff. This is a little sneak peek, but I really like just charcoal. Like, I like black and white, and then I like using the color just like for
There was this moment when my professor came behind me and she was like,
he does kind of have a monkey mouth, doesn't he?
And y'all know my history with that word, so I was like,
what do you mean?
like, he has a big space between his nose and his lips.
And I can say that because I also have a monkey mouth, so. I knew exactly what she meant, but the model was sitting right in front of us, so I was like, I'm not about to insult someone's appearance and then have them all turn into me, the only black person in the class, talking about someone looks like a monkey. If I was a model and I heard my black ass saying that, I'd be like,
shut your black ass up.
Ooh.
That's your stereotype. Okay,
Ooh.
you black bitch. You have 2 packages waiting for you in the mailroom.
Mail!
And so I was on my way to the mailroom to get my packages.
So I get in there and it's shit all over the place. It's so disorganized. It's like a tornado. Just fucking threw everything over. The mail people just... Like, they don't give a fuck. It's just shit everywhere. I'm looking through the shelves for my apartment number because the mail is just out in the open. Like, anyone could have access to it. I didn't see my neighbor's mail has been there for like 900 years. They still ain't got their packages. I'm like, okay. And then I see my package. But I still had one more to pick up. So I'm looking for it and it's nowhere to be found. I'm like, okay. So anyway, I just keep looking. I go on to like the other units. I go into the other buildings, just start sifting through the mail. And it's not in there. So that's weird, but there are 2 mail rooms. So I just took my package and then I went back up to my apartment. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just try this one on really quick because it was something I was really excited to get. And then I'm just gonna grab my key and then go back down to the second mail room and see if my package is in there. It's time for the first ever Cammy try-on haul. So I got these 2 shirts from this random store that I found on Instagram. You know, Instagram and Pinterest are very good for like random basics. So first one I got in white, and it might just look like a regular t-shirt, but if you look closely, it's actually like fitted really well to my body. See, the thing is, I have this like weird body where I'm really skinny, but I have like a lot of muscle, and I have a very low body fat percentage on like 90% of my body. So that means a lot of regular shirts that you would just buy at the store look fucking crazy on me. Like, I need stuff that fits kind of like tight and snug so that I look good in it. So I found this store that like has stuff that's like fitted and like it like hugs my body really nice. So I really like it. So I got one shirt in white and then I got another one in black. The thing is, I really could just sew shirts myself. I literally have 2 sewing machines. Sometimes on the weekends, I'll go to my local sewing shop and I'll like take a class there just to like support the local business. And also sewing is something that I've been interested in. But it's not as much of my thing as like drawing is, which means that I haven't really dedicated the time necessary to be able to sew a shirt myself so that it fits like this, which means I'm not confident enough to like fuck up a shirt. So for now, I just go online and I'm gonna buy a shirt that fits really nicely like this. Things like that are really important to me. I talk about a lot of, you know, my artistic interests, and I kind of like more like display my interests to you guys than talk about them. Yeah, I really do like clothing. I wouldn't call myself like a fashion person per se. I mean, I probably am more of a fashion person than the average person. I would more say that I'm like a personal style type where I really like to style myself. I really like take care and pay a lot of attention to subtleties. I really like stuff like that. So yeah, that was my haul. Back to the mailroom situation. So my second package was not in the second mailroom. So I was like, oh, that's fun. I had 2 options left. I went onto my email to look at the tracking number for my package to see if maybe the delivery service had taken a picture of where they delivered it. Lucky for me, they did leave a picture. So I get inside of the mailroom and I pull up the picture. And it literally is the like blurriest, most nondescript picture in the fucking universe. So that pissed me off real bad. I took one last look through every single column on the picture that they submitted, and then I took my ass to the leasing office. Luckily for me, it was an hour before they were closed, so I made it just in time for the evening. Hi, how can I help you? My package is missing and I already know that you're gonna disappoint me, so I just need you to come over and pretend to look for it with me. Oh my god, perfect. I was staring into space when you came in here. I'm literally not doing anything. And it was a whole new cast of characters. I had never seen any of these people before in my life. I'm sitting there confused, like, why do they keep switching management companies? Like, that is so weird. It's so weird. I have this theory that they're selling our data, but like, there's nothing that I can or will do about it. I mean, shit, enjoy my data. Like, just help me get my package. What? Oh no, you were just saying, you were like talking to yourself. Oh no, I was just... So my package is missing. Oh, Okay, let's go check on that.
Okay. When we got back into the mailroom, I showed him the picture, and after looking around aimlessly for like 10 minutes at the 2 fucking rows that are there, he's like,
yeah, it doesn't look like it's here. I'll be back. I just have to get something. If you're not gonna help me, then I'll just take matters into my own hands and I'll handle the thief myself.
no, 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 put that down, put that
I'm
down.
getting a fork and I'm eating dinner.
Okay.
It's for dinner.
Okay, just eat dinner later.
I'm eating dinner. It's a mukbang. Yeah, your package isn't here.
I'm like, oh, really? It's almost like I fucking knew that, and that's why I fucking went and asked you guys if you have camera footage or something. Do you have cameras in your fucking package?
He's like, yeah, we have a camera over there in the corner, but it's covered by this, like, pole, so it doesn't even, like, reach all the way over here. Yeah, the camera's over there in the corner. Right there. I said, okay, so I'm just gonna go call the police then or something, because my package got stolen or it's missing or something, and I need to file some type of report. So I'm gonna call the police, and then you just continue being useless. Have a good day. He's like, no, wait, no. Okay, we're gonna review the camera footage and security footage, and we're gonna check the log to see when, like, each person came in, and then maybe we can, like, pinpoint what happened to your package. I said, okay, that's exactly what you were supposed to do the first time, but, so then what's gonna happen? He's like, yeah, we'll email you. And then he, like, quickly leaves. I'm like, do you even know my name? Like, I've never seen this person before in my life. Like, anyway, obviously I never received any type of email or notification or anything from him. My mid-20s have taught me that these companies make so much money, but that doesn't mean their business is optimized. That just means that people's pockets are lined more. Because you kind of have to think about it like, you were paying us before you knew that we had 0 security measures in our mailroom. And you're still continuing to pay us after you found that out, so why would we fix the problem? And that's kind of depressing, but it is what it is, you know? On a less depressing note, I did go back into the mailroom at some point and I found my package, and it was like right where it was supposed to be, which was so weird because it had been 3 times that we looked and it wasn't there. So I don't know what happened, I don't know, but anyway, my package was there. I ended up returning it. It was so ugly, so it was like all that effort just for me to return it, but whatever. It is what it is. There was this guy in my class last semester who was so good. He was an animation major. Good.
Thank you. Whenever someone would walk up to him in class and compliment him on his work, he would accept the compliment fully. I'm not sure if this is what was going through his mind while he was doing it. This is just how I interpreted the situation. He would say thank you. He wouldn't compliment back. He wouldn't say something attached to that thank you. He would say thank you. And then the world would keep spinning. Every time he said thank you, it like did something to me. It was like this pang of awareness that I hadn't quite put words to yet. I just remember it would provoke me like every single time. Thank you. That was when I decided to do a check-in, cause what's going on? I'm not jealous. I'm not the jealous type. I don't get jealous about things, so that really wasn't what it was. Cause I also would get lots of compliments on my art and still do to this day. There are different types of compliments. Like whenever I would come up to him and compliment him, it would always be about the like precision. Like he was always so precise. Everything was always so proportional. Everything looked just so perfect. His drawings always looked perfectly like the model. It was amazing. The compliments that I received from other people were always more about the concept and the creativity and decision making rather than the actual proportions. Like, for instance, that Russian lady that I was talking about earlier in the video, she always used to come up to me and be like, "That is not accurate or proportional at all, but it is a very nice piece of art. Like, I would hang that up on my wall. It's a nice piece of art, but it's not realistic." Okay, well, thank you. And it would be like kind of stuff like that. So it wasn't about the actual compliments themselves, but it was about something else. So I'm gonna walk it back a little bit. So I'm a full-blown adult in college. I am 26 years old, and there's something interesting that I've observed about college dynamics. My figure drawing class last semester was a huge blend of different types of people. There were a lot of average college-age students, like 18-year-olds. Then there was a handful of people who were my age, like in their 20s. And then there was a handful of people who were older, 50s, 60s type. What I've noticed is that the younger kids, the 18-year-olds in them, they are kind of awkward. Like, you know, my thing about aging has changed and evolved so much over time because you are so conditioned to be scared of aging. But I'm like, what do I want to go back to being 18 for? Like, they don't seem like they having a fun time at all. And really, when I'm thinking about when I was 18, I want nothing to do with anything that was going on for me when I was 18. Like, I like my life right now, like, so much better than when I was 18. I mean, even if you scroll down to, like, my messy brand of videos, like the messy story times, like, a lot of those people were people who I was friends with when I was 18, and I fucking hated them. I hated my life. I literally walked away from, like, all of them. It's so weird because, like, people be, like, thinking when I say, like, I cut off a lot of my friends, they think I'm, like, sad about it. And there's this really very big distinction. It's this line that I guess a lot of people don't seem to be able to see, but I walked away from those people. I'm more sad about the fact that it was like these dramatic, kind of traumatic events that happened that caused us to fall out. But I'm not sad about the fact that I don't talk to those people anymore. I want nothing to do with those bitches. I am very happy that I used my free will to walk away from a friendship with the devil. So actually, like, I love being 26. I love the lessons that I've learned. I love that I'm past, like, that whole awkward stage. I think that, yeah, the 18-year-olds are very awkward and quiet, and they don't talk. They're, like, super awkward. And it comes off as rude, but, like, maturity helps me filter that, and I'm like, oh, you're just kind of like an awkward teenager. Anyway, there was this lady in the class. She was this older lady, like probably in her 60s. Blah, 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 blah. Like, she would say something, like call out in the class, and she would make it known that she knew the professor and she took a class with the professor before, and then there would be sometimes where she would stand up in front of the class and she'd be like, blah, 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 and you know, when I was blah, 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 and then this is, like, she would kind of be doing too much low-key, but like talking. So anyway, there was this girl who I used to sit next to, and she would always be like, oh my god, that lady is so fucking annoying. I felt so bad about the fact that I agree. Like, she was really annoying, and she used to be getting up in front of the class, like, girl, sit your ass down. You're not the teacher. Come on now. And she was a Karen too, which, by the way, my perception of a Karen has changed, you know, over the course of time, because low-key, like, Karens eat sometimes. Like, they be standing up for themselves, they be speaking up for themselves. Like, you bitches sitting online criticizing people. Karens getting up there talking about, can I talk to the manager? I need to talk to the manager. I need something to be done about what I'm mad about. You bitches complain online. What's that gonna do? These bitches, Karens get in the field. So what Karen did was, by being so fucking annoying and outgoing, she was actually breaking the ice. And unfortunately, it's a thankless role. As we saw in this video, being the one to speak up is a completely thankless role, and people will talk about you like a dog. They'll talk about you like a dog, but benefit from the result of what you did. So yeah, Karen got up in front of the class. It was super irritating. That was the first conversation I had with that girl. And then everyone started talking, and everyone was talking shit about her. But what talking shit about her did was get everyone to start talking, and then eventually the class, we became like a unit. We were a community. It was a good class. I really liked it. So I'm talking to this girl, and I'm like, oh my god, I love your thing. And she's like, oh my god, thank you. Yeah, blah blah blah, and just goes into this whole explanation about the thing, and like critiques of herself, and like things that she likes, and then the reasons why she was doing it. And my initial thought was to be like, I didn't ask. Like, I was like, what? I didn't say that out loud. Obviously, that was just what I was thinking in my mind. But then I get home later that night and I'm like, oh, I'm surrounded by other artists. And like, she was just talking about her art. Like, that's what we're supposed to do in an art class. And so everyone here is passionate. So you might as well start talking about your shit. So then when people would come up to me, oh my God, I love your thing. Thank you. And then I would start like passionately talking about what led me to my decision, and that was how I would move from that point forward. But I started to realize that people would kind of look at me like
In the same way that I would look at that other girl when she would do it.
so then I'm like, okay, like, why does it feel like everyone's looking at me like I'm great? Something that I've learned growing up is that we are the problem and solution to almost all of our problems, because we are the center of our own lives. Instead of putting it on everyone else and just being like, oh my God, everyone's so weird here, whatever, I'm like, okay, what's going on? So back to the guy who would say thank you and it would like bother me. Really, initially I was irritated because I was like, ugh, like he thinks he's so good. Like he would be like, thank you. Like, and I don't know, it was just like irritating. Then I was like, okay, well, wait, I like something about that, so I'm gonna try that now. So it's okay to change. Like I tried what that girl was doing and that didn't seem to yield the results that I really liked. So then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try what he's doing. So then people started coming up to me. Oh my God, this one is so good. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. And it was like a way smoother process. And so I started just saying thank you and just accepting the compliment instead of going into this whole thing, because something that I have taken from that series of events is the concept of energy. What energy was invited into the conversation and what wasn't. So it is presumptuous to assume that just because I am in a class with other artists that they want to hear about my artistic process. Because people are people, they aren't archetypes. So just because these are other artists doesn't mean they give a fuck about how I came to this conclusion about what I'm drawing, nor do they give a fuck about critiques that I have about the drawing, because they literally just came up to me and said that they like it. So they don't want to hear about what you think is bad about it, because then that's kind of an insult to the compliment that someone just gave you. Like, I just told you that your thing looks good and now you're telling me it looks bad. Like, so what does that have to say about my judgment? Like, what you trying to say? You know, it's kind of like that. So then the conversation of energy comes into play, because it's like, okay, well, what energy was invited or asked for during this conversation? When someone comes up to me and they say, I like your thing, they're just giving me a compliment. They're giving me that energy. And so all I have to do is just say thank you and receive it and then just move on. So regarding the saltiness about that guy, kind of like just a little bit of saltiness, like, he thinks he's so good, like whatever. First of all, it's okay if you think you're good and you know you're good and you live in that truth. Like, me personally, I think I'm good and I know I'm good. I think my videos are good. I think my art is good. I think it looks cool. I love how it looks on my wall. I think I'm very talented. I think I'm cute. I think I'm funny. I think I dress nice. I think I'm smart. I think like really high things of myself. And it's like, okay to think that about yourself. It's completely fine to like think highly of yourself. Like, you don't have to be this self-deprecating loser. And I just feel like the constant self-deprecation, constant critiques is like loser energy. And I think people don't actually like that. I think it rubs people the wrong way. So yeah, when they was coming up and like I'm critiquing my thing, I'm like, you like that? Like, I don't like, no, that's loser. Just accept the compliment. Like, it looks good. Like, So yeah, that was that. So with all of that being said, I
noticed that in this semester's class, I kind of play a similar role as Karen did. And not in the sense that I just constantly speak out and everyone rolls their eyes at me, but more so, I'm one of the only people in this semester's figure drawing class who had this professor last semester. So I had this sense of familiarity with her and with the classroom and with the class. And I come off as pretty outgoing and friendly, so the professor would reference me a lot.
It was almost like she was using me as a sounding board, which, hey, I kind of love that. Like, I'm not gonna lie and say that I don't like being the center of attention. I mean, it fits perfectly into who I want to be. I call myself the baddest, the star. I'm top one. Like, so the professor of my class is using me as like these reference points, and she's like, oh yeah, and Cameron XYZ and Cameron XYZ. I'm like, oh wait, I'm the baddest. Like, wait. So I was living for it. And this was all just kind kind of subliminal under the surface. That's like most of social interaction. It's not like she walked up to me and said, I'm assigning you as like the teacher's pet or whatever. Like, and this isn't my job. So I was like, okay, like, you know, whatever. It was just something I picked up on. And so I would like, you know, play along a little bit. And, you know, sometimes I would see her art on Twitter. And so like while she was doing the introductions at the beginning of the semester, I would like raise my hand and I would say like, yeah, I saw your art on Twitter. And, you know, I would help her, like help gas her up, like give her a little bit of legitimacy. And it's true, like I dead ass be seeing her art like on Pinterest and like Twitter and like all over the internet. So yeah, I would like play along. And like sometimes if I had a comment, cause you know, I love to have my commentary. That's like half of what my channel is me like standing here talking about it. So like giving like little commentary, like and like, you know, making everyone laugh and chuckle and stuff. I felt like a little bit of a celebrity. I was the main person talking every single time during class, and it wasn't even because of me. She would bring me into the conversation almost every time. And you know, Cameron from my class last semester, if you remember this, right? Blah, 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 blah. Yes, I do remember. And I remember you said something about blah, 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 blah. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, I have a whole point that I'm trying to make, but I also have like other stuff that I want to talk about, so we'll get there. For now, we had to start another day of warm-up exercises. You guys know the deal by now. Started out pretty scribbly and light. These were 1-minute poses. I find that part of warming up my hand-eye coordination in drawing is also warming up the pencil itself. Sharpening these charcoal pencils can be so fucking tedious. It's like, bitch, sometimes I use the drawing to sharpen it and I try to like draw at an angle so it sharpens it. I'm like, oh, it's getting carpal tunnel sharpening these fucking pencils with this knife. Like, what the fuck? So, and don't even get me fucking started if the pencil breaks. That's why I mainly use the 2B ones, because the 4B and 6B, they break. Like, it's like I tap it on the shoulder, it's crumbling to pieces. Like, oh my god. Next, it was time for some specific studies, which I loved because this is just a general figure drawing class. There are usually classes that are specifically for faces, heads, hands, you know, things like that, but I'm not there yet. This is just general figure drawing too. So first we did some little feet sketches at some different angles. Then we spent a little bit more time on the feet, and so I decided to attach some legs and a little bit of the hips and torso area to the feet. Then it was time to learn a little bit about hands, and she taught us this really interesting technique for dividing the hand up to make it easier to draw. This is something that I'm gonna have to be practicing forever. Oh my god. Every artist knows that hands are literally so complicated and hard to draw. I don't know what it is about that. I guess because we're not really looking at hands all the time, but faces are a little bit easier because we identify each other by faces. That's my best guess. I haven't really put much thought into it, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to implement this division type thing that she taught us. I'm not really gonna get into it. You can just look at the picture and deduce what we learned from what I wrote. We got to spend a little bit more time on hands and feet. These range from 5 minutes all the way to 7 minutes, 10 minutes. This is my favorite stage of drawing in my own personal art in Cammy's Dark World. I tend to stop at this stage. I don't do more rendering than this. I like how it looks, and art is subjective. There's no standard. There's no objective voice telling you what it should look like in your personal art. So if you like how something looks, it doesn't matter how clean it is, doesn't matter how rendered, how proportionate, how accurate it looks. If it looks cool to you and that's what your artistic soul and vision is telling you to do, then you should do that. As far as class goes, this is still just warm-up. Lastly, for the warm-ups, she wanted us to draw a 20-minute pose where we drew the model's hands while they were in action. So the model grabbed a pole and we had to draw the hands around the pole. I really like this. And I remember she walked behind me and she was like, ooh. I was like, oh, period. Oh. And then it was time for the break. Last semester, she always encouraged us to walk around the classroom and look at each other's drawings. She encourages us to do that this semester too, but the difference is I noticed no one be talking at all. Like, it's like kind of an antisocial classroom where everyone kind of like walks around, but no one really says anything to each other. I was just basing my behavior off of last semester's energy because that's what I was familiar with. So whenever I would walk around to people's things, I would tell them if I liked it, and if I didn't like it, I would just keep walking and not saying. But I noticed that I was mainly the only person who was doing that at all. Eventually, people did start talking to each other, like in these tiny little interactions, but it was nothing like last semester. It was very much still a very quiet and honestly awkward classroom. But the professor would always come up to everyone's drawings individually at some point throughout the weeks and give critiques, and sometimes she would draw over our things and correct us and stuff. But whenever it came to me, she always like just had this particular sense of enthusiasm. Like, I'll never forget, there was one time I was working on my drawing and she goes like, Cameron, like literally like sings my name. And then this lady who was sitting in front of me turns around and rolled her eye. I said, bitch, is you cool? So I'm used to haters. I mean, hating ass bitches are a huge part of what has fueled the most popular videos on my channel. But you would expect the hating ass bitch to be like, you know, maybe an 18-year-old who's like jealous that I'm the teacher's favorite person. But this lady who turned around and rolled her eyes at me was literally an old lady. She had gray hair, wrinkles, sun damage. Old lady, like a full old lady. I always take a shower and then just put on like a cute outfit when I'm off to class, just because I dress the way that I dress, and I'm not really worried about the fact that it's an art class or anything like that, because I usually don't get anything on my clothes, to be honest. From the beginning of the semester, she always used to come up to me, and I remember two specific times. I was wearing a white t-shirt one time, and I was wearing my green vest a different time. So she comes up to me and she goes, is such a beautiful vest that you're wearing. I'm surprised you're wearing it to an art class. Are you sure you're not gonna spill anything on it? No, we've been here for 6 hours and my shirt is completely clean, so I'll be fine. Nothing out of the ordinary. But then she comes up to me again on a different day. Oh wow, you're gonna get the pastel chalk all over your white shirt. Oh wow, she's really preying on my downfall, like low-key. No, I'll be fine. My shirt is completely clean. It's fine. Never a comment about my actual art, about anything that I'm doing, but always like lurking around. Hi. She's a weirdo. So I like clocked her as a weirdo instantly. Like, you're weird. That's weird. Okay. Again, always watching, but never would say anything about my art. But like other people would come up to my art all the time because I opened that door for the discussion. Like I would always go up to people who I liked and I was like, oh, I like that. So then like some of the people who I would like compliment would sometimes come up to my thing and they would be like, oh, I like how you did that. Thank you. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Oh yeah. I like that. And just like conversating. I was low-key like a lightning rod because no one was doing that to each other. Like it was only me. But I guess I never asked. Like I never asked anyone for their opinion about my things. I was even afraid sometimes to ask the professor if I could borrow a supply that I might have left at home or something. Because no shade, like sometimes I'd be so deep into a drawing and I just knew she would come over and correct it. And like sometimes you just don't feel like getting corrected. Like, I'm sorry, I'll just do it wrong today. Like no shade. And then on top of that, like no shade, like I know she's a professor. She's been doing this all her life. She's like 63. She's a professional. I trust her, but like she's so short. Like she is like this tall. And then she'd be coming up to my thing talking about, well, actually it's supposed to be like this. It's more like this side. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably how it looks from down there. It looks like that from that perspective, but I'm like all the way up here. That's not how it looks to me. Like, does perspective just like not exist anymore? Like, but then I had this like dilemma because like I'm already the only black person in this class, and if I learned anything from my past, they'd be making the black person out to be aggressive no matter what. So I'm like, ugh, like let me not argue with this lady. I would just let her change my drawing, and then no shit, I would just change it back after. Because girl, unless you're getting on a ladder and you're gonna come up here and look at it from my perspective, no shade, I'm not listening to that because it doesn't look like that to me. Like it looks crazy when she be changing it sometimes. So anyway, sometimes I'd be like hiding myself whenever she would walk around the classroom so she didn't come over to my thing and try to like interact with me. And sometimes if I forgot something at home or something, I would just, you know, either have to ask one of my classmates or just do without it, because there's no way like I'm drawing attention to my thing, especially if I'm in the middle of the drawing. Like maybe at the beginning in the sketching phase, like okay, fine, you can change it, but like, no. So then there was this girl who was also in figure drawing too, and she had this professor for figure drawing 1, but the professor didn't remember her. Yeah, I was in figure drawing 1, but like 2 semesters ago. She like doesn't even remember me. What do you mean? How do you know? She like talks to me like she has no fucking clue who I am. Oh, hi. Yeah, I was in figure drawing 1 like 2 semesters ago. Do you remember me? Wait, what's your name again? But when it came to me, it was like Cameron, singing my name, like just referencing Cameron, like from last semester. Oh my god, I remember you. To be remembered. So anyway, I'm like talking to that girl about how I don't want to ask the professor something, and I'm like, oh my god. And she's like, why? She like loves you. Like, I'm sure she would be fine with like giving it to you. And I was like, other people notice? Oh my god, really? She likes me, are you sure? I mean, it was probably so annoying. They probably hated my ass because she really like fucking loved me. I just didn't realize that other people noticed. I peeped it the entire time. I didn't realize other people peeped it. Anyway, there was one time when they have tea in the classrooms, and so I had made this tea, and it was like this berry hibiscus tea. Anyway, I was drinking it. I go home and I realized I didn't put the tea away. I didn't clean my thing. I just left like the tea bag, the paper towels. Ugh, you nasty ass bitch. So you just left a mess in the classroom for other people to clean. Oh my god, I didn't even think about it. I'm gonna go send her an email right now. I was just so focused on packing up. Okay. So I like go and I send her an email on Canvas, and I was just like, hey, like I forgot to clean up my mess. I'm so sorry. Like, she did not give a fuck at all. I'm sure she didn't even think twice to think it was mine whenever she might have discovered the mug. And she brought it up the next class in front of everyone, was like, oh my god, I saw your email. That was so cute. Like, don't even worry about it, whatever. No one knew the context behind it. She just randomly brought it up during class one day, and I'm sure there were people who were like, oh my god, this teacher's pet ass bitch. But bitch, okay, that's why she doesn't remember you. No shade. Like, I go the extra mile. Like, I'm courteous. Like, I make myself known. Like, bitch, do you do anything out of the ordinary? Like, no shade. Like, girl, don't we worry about you. Like, I'm the star. I need a haircut. Oh, the length is crazy. The shrinkage. This is my real length. This is crazy. Look how long my hair is. But hey, you know, I'm just trying to live a right life, you know. I grew up being very polarizing. Like, some adults really loved me and some adults fucking hated me. You know, I was used to a lot of adults not giving me the benefit of the doubt. A lot of adults would just be really like weird towards me. And so, you know, like, this professor, she really sees something in me. She really fucking likes me, and it feels really good. Like, it feels really good because I grew up without adults really seeing something in me. Like, a lot of adults just kind of like weren't really into me. And it's like kind of why, you know, the bank boss who I always talk about, yeah, she had such a profound impact on my life because she saw something in me. Like, you know, she was a racist psychopath, so unfortunately when I quit that job I had to never talk to her again. But that was so hard because she really did see something in me, and this professor sees something in me too. And so you know, I try to revel in it. Sue me. So I get to class like 30 minutes late as usual, and I see my professor outside of the classroom talking on the phone. So we wave to each other, and then I just go into the classroom. So as soon as I step in the classroom, the model starts a banter with me. Oh my god, you're finally here. We were waiting for you. Oh my god, you guys were waiting for me? I feel so special. So I'm walking to my seat, and then from the peanut gallery... No, we weren't waiting for you. She actually said that she has to take a call, and so we're waiting for her. I know. I was kidding. I saw her outside when I came in here. So remember Sun Damage, the old bitch, the geriatric one who was preying on my downfall from the beginning of the class, begging me to spill something on my shirt like I'm a 5-year-old. You're not gonna spill anything on it? Oh, you're gonna get the pastel chalk all over your white shirt. Who the fuck is gonna get some shit on their shirt in a drawing class? Is you cool, bitch? Like, then the professor sings my name because she loves a bitch like bitch, turning around, rolling her eyes. Now all of a sudden, I can't even have a key. And I can, but you see how, like, being the lightning rod can attract negativity. I can't even work on my drawing during class because here comes this bitch hovering behind me. I'm like, oh my god, get away from me. You're creepy. You're weird. You're like preying on my downfall. Remember how I was telling you guys that guy in my class last semester, he used to like accept compliments fully, and it kind of like did something to me. Like I was a little bit salty and I was kind of like, ugh, he thinks he's so good. She probably feels the same way about me that I felt about him. But here's the difference between a bitch like me and a bitch like that. I took the kind of saltiness that I was like getting from that situation and I transmuted it and I turned it into something that could benefit me. I realized, oh my god, he's confident about his work, so I'm gonna let him be confident. And I continued to go up to him and compliment him and like tell him I loved his thing and hype him up because I love that. And so I adopted that for myself. I started soaking up compliments, professors singing my name. Life is too short, and that maybe that's why that bitch is mad, because she's geriatric. You're old as fuck. Your days are numbered and you're mad because a bitch like me, young and fresh and turned. I'm having a key with the model. She talking about we weren't waiting for you. I'm like, Jerry, I was kidding. Jerry. Attrick. So anyway, that was when I for sure solidified, oh, that old bitch is a weird bitch. And no shade, she's jealous because she was really good too, but the professor never gave her the time of day. Because bitch, you can be as good as you want, but if there's no oomph to what you do, like, then you're not gonna catch their eyes. Like, you know, like, bitches can come up to me talking about it's not anatomically whatever, all you want, but the professor's singing my name, she not singing y'all name. So, like, maybe y'all should try to mess your drawings up a little bit. Maybe try to make it a little bit less anatomically proportional, and then the professor will give a fuck about you, but she don't give a fuck about you. So anyway, I was like, oh, you're a weird bitch. So absolutely everything revolving around this class came to a head when the break was over. Finished all those warm-up exercises that I showed you guys in the last slideshow that I did. And now it was time to bust out the pastel chalks and actually do a long pose. So this one was like 3 hours. The model was gonna stay in one pose and we're gonna draw her for the whole rest of the class. I spent 10 minutes on a quick little warm-up sketch just to map everything out. But the actual assignment was to draw the torso specifically. So that was out of the way, and now it was time for the actual drawing. And I noticed something really interesting before the drawing. Remember how I told you guys how the professor was kind of checked out this semester? Like, she didn't really give a fuck about the figure drawing 2 students at all. She didn't really teach us how to do the pastels. She didn't really teach us about the muscles. She just kind of gave us a little flimsy, half-assed lecture and then made us figure it out on our own. So there was this girl who I always stand next to, and she had done this technique the class before with her drawing. And I remember watching her do the technique, and I was like, oh, okay, so that's a way to do it. And so I did it with my drawing, and it turned out pretty good. Well, this class, I noticed that she kind of was sitting with her thing angled, like, away from me. I was like, bitch, no one worried about you, like, to be copying your thing, but I swear it was, like, angled, like she was trying to be like, bitch, you're figuring out yourself today. I was like, damn, the wolves. This is competitive. You would have thought there was money involved or something. Like, this is school. We're drawing. This isn't personal or real at all. I was like, okay, so I guess I can't look to her for the technique, so I'm kind of on my own here. I start drawing. I bust out, like, a bunch of pinks and red and white, and I just start going with the colors. And it looked really pretty. After each layer of color, we always go outside and spray the fixative stuff to make the color permanent. So then when we go in with the next layer, we can draw over it without it smearing all over the place. And as I was walking by, like, people were literally being like, oh my god, that looks so good. That looks so good. I was like, thank you. I was like, oh, I'm off to a great start. I had this like really pretty pink like drawing, And I loved it because it was so different from my usual art. Like, I'm usually not doing like pretty pink stuff. Problem was, like, this class isn't really about like pretty pink. Like, whatever the class is about, drawing the model how the model looked, and the model had like olive skin tone, like kind of like a darker white person. It didn't look pink. So I had to, you know, figure something else. So I look at the clock and there's probably like 2 hours left of class. This was our second time using the pastels, third time if you don't want to count those, whatever. And I was like, okay, if the professor's never gonna give us an actual lecture on this, then let me just use this time to really experiment. And so I pulled out an olive green, this color, and I just started messing it up. And I consciously knew that I was messing it up. But I was like, hey, this is class. This isn't real life. This doesn't actually fucking matter either. Like, I'm 26, I'm not really after a grade. And spoiler alert, I got a B on it anyway, so who really cares? But even if I got a fucking F, like, I really don't care. Like, I'm too old to care about a grade in a class. So I'm just like kind of drawing all over it, blah, 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 blah. And then this is the finished result. So then the professor comes by and she's like, I was like, oh. So then the Russian lady comes by. I liked what you had before. It was so much more free. This one is kind of like, meh. In my mind, I was like, okay, it's not that bad. Yeah, I agree. I did like that pink one before better too, but I mean, her skin isn't pink. So I was like, yeah, I just like it better when you did it before. It was okay that she was giving her completely unasked for and unwanted opinion about my thing. Because I guess her and I did have a little bit of a banter set up, I guess, from the previous semester. So I somewhat knew her. And so, yeah, it's okay that you're coming up and giving me your unsolicited opinion, I guess. But you are laying it on a little bit. Like, I get it, you don't like it. So then she's sitting there looking at my thing, and then people start walking by, and they start coming over to look at it, and like the same people who, when I was walking by with the pink thing, who were complimenting me, were walking by, and then they just like weren't saying anything, and then they just like kept walking. I was like, wow, is this trash or something? Like, what the fuck? And then out of the peanut gallery, yeah, that's why you take a picture of the work before you ruin it. It was Jerry, of course, with her 2 cents, praying on my downfall, and I guess her prayers had been answered. Sorry, I'm just saying. I was like, I didn't even say anything, and like, I heard you. The first 3 unsolicited comments that you made about my thing, like, I was like, it's okay, I guess. Like, I mean, this isn't personal. Like, this isn't real to me. So if you don't like it, then that changes my life none. But the laughing, and then the geriatric bitch, like, who was preying on my downfall since the beginning of the semester, like, giving her 2 cents. Like, I don't know you like that. So, like, you, that's weird coming from, like I never did anything to anyone in the class. Like, oh my god, it was like it was like a takedown. Like, it felt like I had this fall from grace where like 1 minute I'm up in the clouds and everyone's like, oh my god, I love this. And the next minute I fall down, crash into the ground, and bitches are critiquing, oh, well, I don't really, what? You know when like something happens and you don't really register, and so you're like, and then until after. And so then you're like, oh, what the hell? So I get home later that evening and I'm irritated about it. I'm sending voicemails to my friends like, yeah, and all I ever try to do is uplift those old bitches. And then I'm like texting my other friends. I'm like, yeah, and then that bitch came over, she said, take a picture. And I knew she was on the phone with another friend, and I'm like, yeah, and it was just weird because they were all coming up to my thing, and it was like, damn, like, I'm just like you. I'm in the same position as you.
That is weird. Does everyone do that to each other's thing, or is it just you?
Well, no. That's, like, kind of what's irritating me, is because it's like, why are they coming up to my thing? Like, bitch, criticize y'allself, like...
Oh, well, if you ask me, it sounds like you're the main character.
Wait. Sorry. I did not hear those last 4 words that you said. Can you repeat that? The connection is so bad.
Oh, yeah, I just said it sounds like you're the main character. Hello?
Hey, yeah, I'll call you back.
Okay.
Okay.
So I was in my car smoking, wearing exactly what you see me in right now because this literally just happened 10 minutes ago and
It is freezing cold outside, so no, I'm not about to smoke outside. Like, it's too cold for that. I'm gonna go sit in my car and smoke and then come back up to my apartment. But I had the windows down, and I remember being like, oh my god, this feels really good though. Like, I would love to be listening to music and going on a walk right now.
But I didn't have my fucking earphones with me. Out of the corner of my eye, this car pulled up into the parking space. Door number 1, door number 2, parking spot. Car drives into parking spot. Sidewalk.
Street, sidewalk.
I'm right here because I don't want to pay for parking, so I park on the street. This person's parking is right in front of the building, and he's parked right next to this door. I'm like, okay, well, this smoking vibe is ruined. I would rather be walking around outside listening to music, so I have to go get my earphones. I abruptly pack everything up, and I get out of the car. Oh shit, almost got literally run over. My high ass. Let me start paying attention.
So I make eye contact with the guy who just got out of his car. And a lot of things go through my mind in that moment. I'm a thinker. I'm actually very introverted. I seem extroverted, and like, you would think from my stories that I'm like very extroverted, but I'm actually really introverted, and I'm actually in my head like 90% of the time. So when I explain what I'm about to explain to you, I want you to know that these things aren't full paragraph sentences like going on in my head. When I think with words, it's more of an intentional type of situation. When I'm just thinking, it's usually sensations and just things that occur to me, and then later on I'll pick them up and then I'll like assign meaning to them. So like, for instance, earlier when I saw the car out of the side of my eye, I didn't think like, just saw a car out of the side of my eye. No, I saw it, and then it just meant something to me. And so the only reason I assigned meaning to it is because I'm here about to tell you something that happened as a result of that. So my first thought is,
I hate walking up to the door at the same time as people, because what if they think I'm trying to like get in behind them and I don't actually live here or have a key or something? Because I always wonder, if someone tries to get in behind me, like, am I gonna let them in? Like, do I let them? Is it rude to not?
So anyway, every time I walk by people, I do always try to just like take a really quick look at their outfit just to see, like, because you can learn a lot about people by the way that they dress. It's a language. And so it's always like, I just like seeing what people are wearing. And I never make it long. I never stare, because people get self-conscious. People get really weird about like eye contact and looking. I never stare. I just look really quickly, and then I just like look away and mind my own business. We're both walking towards that same door, so I take a really quick look. Like, it was like a he was wearing a tight white shirt, and I remember thinking his body was T, like he looked real good in it, but I couldn't tell if he was fat or if he was buff. Not that either would make a difference, because I thought he looked really good. And then I was like, oh, I know where that sensation's from. It was actually someone who I had seen before. We had seen each other lots of times before. We're always coming in and out of that door, and like, he's like holds the door open for me, or I'll hold the door open for him. Yeah, we've exchanged like a little conversation. He has like a really heavy Asian accent. Ultimately, he was probably used to be fat, and then he got buff. That's what the situation was. None of that matters, but it's just stuff that goes through your head as a human. And remember, none of this is like paragraphs in my head. This is just a bunch of like quick sensations. So that was all what was happening in my head. Let me tell you what actually happened in real life.
I'm crossing the street. He gets out of the car. We make eye contact. Then he starts to like randomly stammer, and then he turns the other way even though we're right at the door. And then he just turns away and starts walking towards the other door that's all the way over there. I was like, what the fuck?
And I was just standing there looking at him because he's skipping, stammering, and I'm like, is you cool? Like, are you okay? Like, ultimately, it was the same situation that I was talking about a little bit earlier. He was the first one up to the door, so he would have been using the key to get in. He doesn't know me. He's like looking. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go through the other door. It sucks, and it does feel like it has racial undertones. I always try to avoid playing that card in my videos. If you've noticed, I always go the long way explaining things so that I don't take the easy route and just like call racism. But in my last video, I was the only black person there, and I think that explains a lot of the stuff that was said about me. But you can go watch that with that understanding after you finish this video if you want. Casual racism is a thing. I mean, would he have been doing that if I was a blonde white lady? Who knows? I don't think so, but I didn't walk up to him and ask, so we'll never know. And it's moments like this where I have to actively choose peace, because otherwise I just not want to live. And I want to live. Like, I have a lot to look forward to. I have been really enjoying my life. Because I mean, when you think about it, like, who wants to live a life when I can't even smoke in my car and then walk back up to my apartment that I've been living at and paying my own rent at for the past 2 fucking years without someone running away? Like, why are you running? And it's like, I just want to be like, I have the key, oh my god, it's like they think of us as monsters or something. I'm wearing aloe, like these Warby Parker. I'm like, wait, like I don't look that bummy. Like, oh my god, he's running away. It's happened to me a lot in this neighborhood, and especially with Asian people. Like, they run away. Like, it's ridiculous. One time I was walking 2 p.m. on a Saturday in the middle of summer. It's broad daylight. I'm walking. This Asian lady's in front of me. She looks behind me, acts like I'm a monster. She sprints over to her door. She's fluttering the keys. She gets inside, slams the door. I'm like, I'm on a walk. I'm like walking by, watching her. I'm like, she's like looking at me like acting like a I'm like, girl, calm down, hold on, because wait, if we want to get into it, because now y'all pissing me off. Out of everyone, no shade, like, my people built this country. Like, I'm wait, like, y'all low-key American royalty. Like, seriously, I mean, like, put some respect on it a little bit. Like, come on, running multiple times now, that's crazy. And those are just 2 examples. Girl, that's why I don't do the woke shit, because it's foo-foo. Like, what commonality do I have with that bitch? Because she's Asian? Because we both POC? I don't give a fuck, because bitches is running when they see me. So okay, I'm not worried about no bitch. I'm just gonna worry about myself. My high is blown. I'm dead sober now. I haven't gone outside, didn't get to do my walk. It's fucking midnight now. And I don't wanna go back outside because I feel like I shouldn't be here. I have imposter syndrome now. Like a lightweight version of that. Yeah, I kind of feel like I shouldn't be here because why is someone running away? Like, he's like, what? Like, that's ridiculous. That's crazy. That's sad. That's really horrible. And I should never be made to feel like that. I'm irritated by comment baddie group if you made it this far in the video. Baddie group. I did a mental checklist before I went to that next class. I said, okay, so why am I here? To learn. It's college. I took my light back and I realized, like, wait, I'm gonna like protect this. No more just spreading my light around. I mean, you guys will never experience the effects of this because this is my channel and it's one of my art forms, and so my light will always shine on you guys. But like, yeah, in person, I just kind of learned this lesson of like, bitches are really hateful in the real world. Like, ain't nobody harnessing your light. Like, no, bitches hate you. Bitches hate the fact that the professor is singing your name as she's walking by. They're gonna take any opportunity to put you down. Like, starting singing their name, they want to drag you to hell. Misery loves company. Oh, damn. Okay. I'm really there to learn. I'm 26. I don't give a fuck about making friends with none of these people. Like, I don't care about none of these bitches. And so if I can learn and shut the fuck up, oh, I'm gonna just do that. Because we've learned anything from all of my videos, like, I really seem to attract people. And like, honestly, it's time to like start really being strategic, and like the whole forgiving thing, like giving people a chance, like, you know, the weird bitch comes up to you, like, that's over. I'm done with that, because that doesn't really lead to anything beneficial. It's really the era of like protecting my light and like protecting my energy and making sure that it really goes towards things that are going to benefit me. It's time to get selfish in the best way possible. Like, it's time to really start thinking about myself and like what I want and what I need, and start getting what I want and start using my gift to get what the fuck I want. Because these bitches ain't never talked before. They're bonding over criticizing my art. Have y'all even come up to each other's things and told each other that you like each other's shit? Or is y'all whole bond just stemming off of me? No. The professor checked all the way the fuck out. She referencing me during the lecture. Oh, Cameron, this is your job. You're not using me as a talking point to bring the class to life. Use your teachings to bring the class to life. She checked the fuck out this semester. She gave us the wussiest little fucking lecture and then said good luck. What? Okay. Whoa. And I'm like going out of my way at the beginning of the semester to like, you know, because I liked her and she liked me, so like I kind of wanted to magnify that. But like, it's not like she emailed me on the side and said, let me mentor you, or like, let's like talk more about art. Like I got absolutely nothing out of like, you know, trying to hype her up other than like potentially magnifying her liking me more. And it's like, well, I feel like everyone would like me regardless if I went out of my way, because here I was just breathing and she's singing my name. Like, what? So wait, I'm not gonna go out of my way for these bitches anymore. I put in my earphones and I said I'm gonna just learn the lessons and then draw, and that's it. I'm just gonna get what I need from the class. I'm not putting any more, because you bitches don't deserve it. No shade. Actually, all shade. Fuck those geriatric bitches. Fuck Jerry and Jerry 1.5 Russian version. Fuck those bitches. The professor is allowed to critique the thing, because she's the professor. I'm there for her expertise. I like her. You know, she's a really good teacher. It is unfortunate how this semester went, because it really, like, she really did not care. Like, it was such a difference, because this is my third class that I've taken of hers. This was the worst performance from her thus far. It makes me sad. It's okay. Figure drawing is a type of class that as an artist you should take over and over and over again for the rest of your life. Like, I will be 50, 60, 70, 80 taking figure drawing classes, because it's just an invaluable thing. It's like, it's a studio space that you can sit there and you can practice. Doesn't matter how many times you learn the same lesson, it's always good to practice. Art is like a muscle. It's like going to the gym and lifting weights, but it's more of like a hand-eye coordination type thing, mind-eye coordination type thing if you're drawing from memory. So yeah, that was a very valuable set of lessons. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys had a good time. You know, like, this video wasn't even supposed to be an hour long, but like, I don't know, it just kind of ended up being an hour long. And I was like, okay, I guess. Like, I mean, and you guys like the long videos. Someone commented on my last thing and said, like, this is the perfect length video, and then you guys like all replied to the comment and said like, I agree. So I was like, okay, period. It's funny because during the last baddie group meeting, I was saying how I'm gonna have like a short video era. Not gonna lie, that is coming up. Not particularly soon, but I have like an index in my mind of what I'm gonna talk about. Anyway, I don't know. As far as I can see, it won't be an hour forever. But for right now, I seem to have a lot to talk about. And who knows, a short... Oh, so what I was going to say was, I feel like y'all didn't want to tell me, like, no, don't make short videos. And so that was, like, your way of, like, subliminally telling me, girl, I'm following my soul. I can't control it. This one just happened to be an hour, and the last one just happened to be an hour. Honestly, the last one was supposed to be 30 minutes, and this one was supposed to be 30 minutes. I don't know, it just happened. So here I am talking about I'm gonna have a short video era and then watch those videos be an hour too. Anyway, also just like seeing that you guys fuck with the longer videos makes me more comfortable with talking more during the videos and like elaborating on things more, so they end up just being longer. Anyway, I'll see you guys in my next video. I'll talk to you later. Bye. And by the way, when I say short videos, it's not gonna be like 7 minutes. What the fuck story is someone gonna tell in 7 minutes? By short videos, I mean like 30 minutes. Oh my god. And then knowing me, like that last video was, I swear that video was honestly supposed to be about the rent check situation, but I just got so caught up in telling the backstory that the rent check was actually the least of the video. And it was like, oh my God. So anyway, like, don't listen to me. Just watch. Just whenever you see the video, just see it. I mean, already told y'all. I said, oh, I'm gonna upload this week on Wednesday or Thursday. Last week, didn't upload on Wednesday and Thursday. Like, girl, I just be talking. Like, girl, just you see what you see. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever it's up, just take whatever is right in front of you. I remember someone was talking about some artist teasing an album. Okay, my door has like the tiniest, I don't know, it's kind of not aligned. Anyway, I can always hear stuff in the hallway and it fucking scares me. Like, oh my God, I thought someone was breathing over my neck. Anyway, I saw online someone was talking about some artists that they like teasing an album, and they were like, I won't believe that album's coming out until I see the charge for the pre-order on my credit card. That's me. I'm that artist. Me lying down. I'm like, the video's coming out tomorrow. Like 3 weeks later, I'm like, uploading. Yeah. Anyway, see ya.